Good everybody, my name is Onalena Imarumula. I'm a photographer slash filmmaker. So I started my photography journey back in 2016, right after high school, because I was so confused on what I wanted to do next. So in terms, I decided to go to college. And while still at college, that's where I decided that, that's where I discovered my love for photography. So I started learning more about photography back in 2016. Then I got into it professionally in 2017, which was just a year late. And I've been doing it ever since. From there, I've had a lot of achievements in this space. I've got to work with a lot of awesome South African celebrities. I've handled a lot of big projects, and I've even gotten a chance to work with Whiskey at some point. So right now I'm currently attending one of the biggest projects that I ever had to work on, and I'm currently in Limpopo in Polokwane at Meropa Sun, which is one of the hotels owned by Sun International. So I thought it would be a great time for me to shoot this video and also take you through my days and stuff, what I do and all of that. While still talking about that, let me show you guys around my room.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson.
Before you do anything else, I want you to pause and ask yourself, why do you want to be a photographer? It's very important that you know what fuels you into this very great, exciting, genuine photography. A lot of people see photography as an escape from a 9-to-5 job, as an escape from reality, as an escape from hard labor, actually facing life. But photography is the exact opposite. With me, when I started photography at first, it was just a hobby. I just wanted to take pictures of myself, of my people. Then from there, I just developed love for landscape photography, street photography, and I started sharing a lot of my work on social media, of which I got a lot of people telling me that I should do it professionally. But I denied that call at first. I just decided to take my time with the craft because I wanted to master photography first, mostly my camera that I had back then, because it's more than just about taking pictures and all of that. There's just a whole lot that goes into you taking photography as a full-time career. So firstly, ask yourself this question and find the answer. If you don't know the answer, just pause this video, ask yourself that question, and once you're ready, then you can just click play and let's continue. Now let's talk about the essential skills and gear you'll need to do photography professionally. Firstly, you need the gear. Now this is where a lot of misconception comes in. A lot of people will tell you that your smartphone is enough. Yes, it is enough in order for you to learn photography and develop it as a skill. But it's not enough for you to do photography professionally. For an example, nobody would actually pay you money so that you can come and take them pictures with the phone, because let's just face it, a lot of people have even better phones. A lot of times I'd like to encourage people to start with DSLR cameras because they're not that expensive. They are beginner cameras, just like the one that I'm using right now. I've actually been using a beginner DSLR camera for about 2 to 3 years, and the quality and everything is just great. I don't have any problems. So start by getting yourself just a cheap, not that expensive, an entry-level camera which you're gonna use. I'd advise you to get something that has interchangeable lenses so that you can just switch the lenses, get different views and everything. And the most important thing is investing in equipment that suits your style. For an example, if you are about to do portrait photography, I'd advise you to get something that has a little bit lower f-stop, so that it can let more light in. If you're trying to get into wildlife, it's important to get a zoom lens. If you're trying to get into sports, it's important to get an ultra zoom lens. So just choose what works best for the style that you want to do. But remember, it's not just about the gear that you use, it's also about composition, it's about lighting, it's about editing. So while you do have a nice camera, after getting that camera, it's important to learn more about photography, learn how to set your lighting, learn how to use natural light, learn how to edit your pictures and develop your own style. Because in photography, a photographer's style is some sort of an identity. It's already late, it's almost 7 p.m. so I'm about to crash because I have to wake up very early in the morning to prepare for my second shoot, which is gonna be taking place in Zani. Today I was working at a place called Makado. I think it was somewhere near Venda, if it's not in Venda. So tomorrow I'm gonna be heading to Zanin, so I have to get a well-deserved rest so that I can wake up in the morning, prepare, go to Zanin. I'm gonna be taking you guys through the trip and continue giving you tips as we go. So right now it's around 6 a.m. It's not that early, but anyways, I was to prepare for my second shoot. I'm just gonna grab a quick shower and go downstairs for breakfast, and from there I'll be making my way all the way to Sanin. I don't know if that's the right direction, but hopefully it is. I realized how this is the weirdest show there is on TV right now. And like, this SpongeBob is literally in Zulu. It's like, if not the weirdest thing I've seen this far. It's pretty weird to hear SpongeBob, Patrick, and all of them speaking is Zulu. But anyways, moving on. Let me also show you guys one of the coolest things they have in this. Yeah, that's not something you would expect. Look at this. My office is now safe. Okay, let me just put in the pin so that I can show you what's inside. I have sticks hidden here. Ta-da! Okay, I'm really broke. I'm broke. I don't have money. I don't even have anything valuable to put in the safe. Couldn't even put my camera in the safe. But anyways, like I said, I've been saying this quite a lot. But let's take a shower and let's go. Okay, so I just have arrived where I'm gonna be spending the night today. It's in Sunny. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but it's just one thing that I don't like about this room. It's nice, everything is cozy. It's, you know, I think I'm already settled in, so my stuff is like really everywhere. But the only downside with this whole room and everything is it's the fact that there's like less light, so I have to be in the bathroom to be able to shoot videos and all of that. But I'm gonna find a way to do it. The nights are there, but they're just so freaking beautiful. They're not favorable to me. So since it's already late, it's gonna be difficult for me to shoot a video that showcases the room, but hey, it's whatever. Right now I'm designing, I was working here the whole day. So I'm gonna be spending the night here, and I'm gonna go to my final location tomorrow, which is in Polokwane. So what I wanted to tell you guys is another trick when I was actually into photography professionally is to build portfolio. You know, it's not just a physical portfolio, build a digital portfolio, because that's where everybody else is. Do things for free, and I don't mean like let people exploit you. Do not let anybody exploit you or your gift or your talent and stuff, but do things for free. For an example, do street photography, attend events, local events, you know, to get, you know, that exposure, to get that experience. Because with me, when I started, a lot of you guys have already seen my pictures with a lot of celebrities, and in most of those events I wasn't really paid. In most of them, that's where I went to them and I said, you know, my name is so this is what I can do for you. My turnaround time is 123, so can I please get access to shoot the event, and I'm gonna give you the images and stuff and everything for free in the morning. To them, it's a win not only to them, to you, and then it's a win-win situation. You get to get experience, and they get to get a service that they didn't pay for. You get it? So build a portfolio, shoot for free, shoot your friends street pictures. Just take your friend on a photo shoot, do an amazing photo shoot, put that on social media, keep on pushing, keep on posting. You can, one other thing that's always overlooked, it's Google business profile. If you haven't registered your business, then I'll definitely encourage you to register a business so that you can get access to business Google profile. Because I usually post on, Google, I list my items then I've got a lot of clients in the past in Google, just that right now I don't really use it anymore. So right now I'm just like full on using social media. Whenever I get a chance to shoot something, I make sure that I get a few clips that I'm going to use for social media, because I know social media, it's one of my biggest platforms. It's like giving me sales and all of that. So make sure that you build yourself a portfolio. Do not worry about money right now. In the beginning, you don't have to worry about money. Money will come as time goes. For now, just focus on building yourself a great profile. Make sure that you get your name out there. People know what you're on about. People know what you do. Yeah. So from here, I think the next video I'll be shooting back at the hotel that I stayed in last night, because I'm going to be sleeping there again tomorrow, because it's in Polokwane and I'm going to be waking in Polokwane. So the last few tricks and the trip and stuff I'm going to be sharing with you guys there. So, okay, if I do anything else, I'll have to turn down the... So you'll quick. Okay, press it. Right. So we just got back to, that's the name of this hotel, Meroba, whatever hotel. Apparently it was fully booked on Saturday because there was a comedy show here, so we couldn't really sleep here. Hence we had to sleep all the way in Zanin. But I just wanted to take a moment and like share with you guys. Let me just quickly try to put this down. Don't let me tripod with me, so just doing whatever I can right here. So I'll just put this here. So I just wanted to share with you guys one last tip on how I actually managed to do photography professionally for a living. I'm about to go and explore this place I never really took the chance to see. I've just been cooped up in the room all along, even the last time when I was here. So what this trick is like the most important one, as it's one of the reasons why I'm actually working on this project, and it's about networking. It's very important to network with people who do what you want to do. For an example, I was actually outsourced by somebody who I've worked with for quite some time. He actually called me to come and do this project with him. I usually do a lot of projects with him, so most of my projects I'm outsourced unless I'm shooting a wedding, for an example. So make sure that you network with a lot of people, exchange contacts, attend events. Make sure that you know people, because the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is to know a lot of people. You actually never know who you will meet. For an example, today I managed to network with one of the guys who was working there. So there's lights that I use. I borrowed him my photography lights because the camera that he was using is a broadcast camera, and broadcast cameras need a whole lot of light. So that's how we started communicating. He needed lights, then I said, you can just take my lights and use them however, because the camera that I was using is okay, it didn't really need light. So from there we started communicating, exchanging contacts, and he started telling me about how he actually travels all over, and then we'll keep in touch and stuff. So you never know what the type of contact can do. You never know when he might meet you or whatever, or who he might help you to meet. So make sure that you're always kind each and every single time. That's like one of the most important things that I learned this weekend is that, you know, as a media person, you should always be kind, help whoever needs help. You know, if you can help somebody, just help them, because you never know what might happen next time. So that was the last tip that I have for you guys. But from here on, I'm just gonna go outside to try and see and explore this place, because this is my last night. I'm gonna be going back to Pretoria tomorrow morning.